there are, with the play-in guys. First of all, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Not a great morning to be a Lakers fan, but maybe it is in another way. We're going to get into all that.
Got Will Smith. Got Will Smith last night. What?
They got Will Smith.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, past tense.
They got Will Smith.
ED.
Yeah.
As a verb.
Look.
Is it Will Smith or is it Chris Rock?
We'll see which one is it though.
Yeah,
too.
that's.
Is it smack or slap?
It felt more like it was more like a slap.
Right,
But slap. He
but is
opened
it
up
Will
his hand.
Smith or is it Chris Rock? Like that's the
You
question.
got Chris Rock?
But Will
yeah.
No.
But it was
It's-
Will that
somehow
did,
it's
yeah.
Will Smith. I don't know why. It just is because he's the one who did it.
That was a good
Yeah, but
question.
Yeah,
but
and
the
it was
Lakers are the one that got smacked, so I kind of feel like
It's Will Smith because if it was somebody else and not Chris Rock,
Yeah.
the Lakers are.
if it was like
But the Lakers
Look.
are Chris Rock.
Yeah, but
'Cause
they
they got
got Will
smacked.
Smith.
no,
They
they're
got
not.
Will Smith, but the
Right.
yeah.
They got Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they got
These
Will
are the things
Smith,
that really
right?
matter. Yes.
It
Whether
happened
you got
to
Chris
them.
Rock or Will Smith. ED
You
is
got
so hard.
slapped, you got Chris Rock. But if you are doing the slapping, you are Will Smith.
You would think, but somehow I think they got Will Smith last night.
I just feel like Will Smith is more the emotional character that I want to bring into this equation.
Look,
But see, they couldn't defend. I guess they really couldn't defend themselves. I guess that's what we're getting at.
Or
they
did
weren't even
wanna-
prepared to defend
Yeah, did they
themselves.
want to defend themselves? Yeah, that's the real problem.
They never expected it. And maybe it is a
The
good
Suns
analogy.
turned their back on them and just walked away.
I
mean-
knew they was gonna lose anyway, so whatever.
I mean, when you think about 10 teams are still playing after the regular season is done per conference. There are only 15 per conference. 10 are still playing. And you got 3 Hall of Famers who were all all-star level, at least when the season started, and you couldn't be one of the 10 teams?
Yeah, 5 Hall of Famers, 3, like you said, at the start of the season.
Oh, what just happened? It's time for Straight Talk, brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Key, Jay, here's Frank Vogel, Lakers head coach. Let me see. What time is it? Yeah, still
I was
Lakers
literally-
head coach.
I was literally just thinking that. For now.
For now.
Yeah. And now, after the game, listen to this.
Extremely disappointed, disappointed for our fan base, disappointed for the Bus family, who gave us all this opportunity, and we want to play our part in bringing success to Laker basketball, and we fell short.
Worst team that I've seen in my 50 years, well, let's call it 40 years of understanding basketball and really watching basketball. Most disappointing team in Laker history by far. It's not even close. And I know everybody is like, well, wait a minute, they had to, when they went with Karl Malone and Gary Payton and the Steve Nash team, no. Those teams at least made it to the playoffs. One team made it to the finals. If Karl Malone doesn't get hurt, who knows what happens? They, like you said, Max, this particular team with LeBron James, Westbrook, and AD to start with, them 3 dudes, couldn't even get to the play-in game.
Play-in.
If I feel like I could put 5 dudes off any team in the NBA and they can make a run and get into the play-in game. And if anybody out there that thinks that I'm missing something, let me know. Because when you have LeBron James on your team and you have the opportunity to make it to a play-in and a playoff with LeBron James, and you cannot do that, no matter how many games he misses, no matter how many games AD miss, no matter how bad Westbrook is playing, you're supposed to still be able to compete regardless. And when I go back into history and I start planning in my mind, Jay, I start trying to think, what other Laker teams were this disappointing?
I don't know of any other ones that have been
I mean,
like
1,
this.
2, 3 Cancun with Nicky V and them. At least they was fun, and they wasn't expected to do much.
You got 2 guys who are top 75 in the NBA's top 75, and Russell Westbrook and LeBron James. I look, this whole season to me has been ineptitude shown in so many different ways. So first off, the Lakers organization, like, they didn't make a move by the trade deadline. I just want you guys to think about it. They were struggling by the trade deadline. They didn't make a move. They decided not to use their 2027 first-round pick to make a move to enhance this roster, which to me once again, we get into the Chris Rock, Will Smith, was a sign like, okay, yeah, you're going to get Chris Rocked because you guys decided to make the move. LeBron James, Clutch, you made your bed, live in it. Live in it to a degree. We're going to add in the buyout market DJ Augustine. DJ Augustine is going to be the savior, a 34-year-old guy, a journeyman. He's going to be the guy that's going to be the savior for your organization.
When you say live in it, so
LeBron James, you guys have decided to make this move
we're not
to get
going
Russell Westbrook.
We're not going to dig
We
deeper
wanted to
holes.
get Buddy Hield. We wanted to get DeMar DeRozan to a degree. You guys didn't want that. Here's your bed. You make it. You lie in it.
So we're not going to dig deeper holes in the future, mortgaging the future or whatever draft capital we have left to try to put lipstick on this pig, basically, right?
Well,
but we're just gonna let this thing die and not sacrifice more for this bad idea, basically. Is
But
what
that
they're
was
telling me.
that for whatever reason, the front office and organization, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, said no. They were not going to do it. They wanted, like you said, they didn't want to give up their pick because I think at some point they've gotten tired to a degree of Rich Paul, LeBron James kind of being the controls,
Chess
working
players.
the controls behind the scenes and put them in that position that they in now. So they said, hold on, man. We already gave y'all full autonomy to begin with when y'all didn't want to sign off on the Buddy Hield and DeMar DeRozan. We let that go. We're not going to do that now. We'll revisit that this offseason about the moves that we want to make to shore things up moving forward.
Here's what gets me mad. Like, and Frank Vogel's going to get fired. Mark, like he is not going to be the Lakers coach.
They need a fall guy.
It's such BS to me because he falls on the sword, and he's a defensive-minded coach. Yet your two best defensive players that we had Magic talk about the other day, and Alex Caruso and KCP, you guys have lost because you decided to bring on Russell Westbrook, and he's going to be your highest paid player next year. He's going to be the highest paid player in the NBA next year at $47 million. That's what you're stuck with. So you guys are saying make moves. What moves are they going to make?
Well, the Lakers have always been a team since Dr. Buss bought the team that even through the glory years, maybe especially, it's like chaos, but somehow it comes together. There's things that's going on that in another team it would make it dysfunctional, but Dr. Buss kept it together, and I think Jeannie has done a very good job. Look, she delivered a championship. A couple years after she finally said, look, I know my dad's dying wish basically was for Jim to be there and for the family to be together, but he's not working out. She probably gave it a little extra year or two more than she should have, being a good daughter and family member. Finally had to make a move. They won a championship right away. And I think most people would sign up. Yeah, I'll take a championship for missing the playoffs 2 years later. But it's interesting that usually the chaos with the Lakers comes together in a big time winning way. Sometimes it doesn't. This is an example of when it doesn't. It didn't with Nash and Dwight,
But I would say, Max, when you look at the chaos under Dr. Buss, Jerry West was there.
Yep.
To solve things. So one of the biggest things that the Lakers need to do is they need to find an NBA front office executive.
We got to get into this. Lakers human capital is in Miami. It's in with the Clippers. Lakers human capital. Pat Riley, Jerry West. They let too many of those guys out the door. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 888-SAY-ESPN, 729-3776. Is this the biggest disappointment in Lakers history? Key makes a good point. Find me a bigger one. Wait till you hear Tiger Woods' response when asked if he could win the Masters. That's next. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, ESPN Radio, ESPN2.
Want to produce the show? Go to KJ and Max on Twitter and choose your own adventure by voting for our 945 topic.
I'm Keyshawn